Well, hello everyone, Texy88 here and welcome to another review. And now we're taking a look at the Amstrad CPC version of Back to the Future. Now, anyone who's followed my channel since last August, as in August 2020, will know that I had a look at the ZX Spectrum version of this game, and quite frankly, it was a pile of crud, and I gave it a paltry 2 out of 10. Just out of curiosity, I thought I'd see what the Amstrad CPC version was like, and there's quite a nice rendition of The Power of Love on that title screen just then, and now we've got Johnny Be Good. I recognise both of these playing from in the menu screen, but seriously, who picked the colour scheme for this menu screen? I mean, really? Pink text on a purple background. Ugh. Yeah. I can't say I'm looking forward to this, if the truth be told. I feel like I'm going to throw up already because of that colour scheme. Oh dear. So you got different difficulty levels, just like in the Spectrum version. The harder difficulty, the less, the fewer pieces of the family photograph in the bottom right corner you start off with. Make it a 3, I think. Terminate game. Really? Well, wouldn't you just press the off switch or something like that? Yeah. Let's start the game. Oh my god. Look how slow this is. So, as you can see, so in this game, Marty's wearing red and looks like he's got ginger hair or something. Oh, for God's sake. This is so slow and jerky. I mean, it's a little bit faster on the skateboard, but not much. That guy in orange is supposed to be Biff. But seriously, at what point in the film did Marty have ginger hair, well, red hair, wear red trousers and red jumper? When did he ever wear that? Oh, God. And there's Lorraine there in the yellow dress. Oh, God, go through the bloody door. How do you... Oh, God, get away from me, Lorraine. I'm trying to go through doors. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, the instructions don't even tell you what the controls are, so you do... Oh, my God. Trying to go through the doors is even more, every bit as much of a chore as in the Spectrum version. And there's George with the drooping head there, so they kept the drooping head aspect. What the hell just happened there? I just saw Doc suddenly appear and then disappear. Oh, for God's sake. So oh my God, this is absolutely horrible. Go through the frigging door, you dickhead. Going through the door is horrifically laboured. Oh God, clunk, 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 clunk. Look how jerky that scrolling is. I mean, admittedly it was jerky in the Spectrum version as well, but it's particularly jerky in this. Right. Well, I thought I managed to use the book of poems there. Well, I like where everyone's face is the same colour as the floor in this bit. Oh dear. Go through the frigging door! Oh, for God's sake. Will you go through the goddamn door? Oh, for God, get your ass through the door, Marty. Oh, God, look how slow it is when... Oh, for God's sake. Again, I'm trying to go through the door and it won't do it. The controls are so unresponsive in this. It's... Oh, let's try beating up Biff. I finally managed to knock him on his arse. Get in the freaking door. Coffee. Oh, for God's sake. Go through the door. God, I'm getting really angry. It's so hard to get him to go through doors. It's just not responding at all. Go through the door, you piece of utter crud. And using objects doesn't seem to do shit. Oh, for God, get through the fucking door. And it's even harder to avoid Lorraine because she moves at the same speed as you in this version. Oh, God, go through the goddamn door. Right, picked up. Oh, for God. Now I've got to try and get through this stupid door again. You sod. So unplayable because of not being able to... Oh, game over. One more go. I just cannot get over how slow and jerky it is, how unresponsive the controls are. And how blooming nigh on impossible it is just to do something as simple as walk through a door. And when there's loads of characters on screen, it's painfully slow. Oh, I went through the door a bit more readily that time. Right, now to find George. Oh, God, now we're going to suddenly start not going through the door again. Oh, my God. This is so jerky and slow. And look at those walk cycles. I mean, it wasn't a great walk cycle in the Spectrum version, but this one looks even worse. Biff looks like a blooming mechanic in this. Oh, for God's sake, go through the pressing door! Where's George then? And Lorraine just suddenly appeared out of nowhere in front of me there. That's nice, isn't it? Go through the bloody door! Oh, for God's sake. Lorraine, I'm not your love interest. I'm your future son. God. Oh, God, here we go again, trying to go through the door. Oh, go through the pissing door! Oh, God. Oh, God. Get to the main door! God, I'm alive. Oh, there's George. Oh, for God's sake, get to the... Oh, thanks a lot, Biff. Now I've got to try and get... Oh, God. God, this is so snore-inducing. And I've got no idea where George is because Biff laid me out just then. Oh, for God's sake, this is horrible. And Back to the Future is an absolute cast-iron classic, sci-fi comedy film, and they turn it into a dull arcade adventure type thing. Oh, get through the bloody door! Graphics are blocky as hell, craply animated, weird colour schemes. Oh, there's George. Come on, I'm trying to use that radiation suit on George. Oh, God, it's not working. Did that actually work on George? It doesn't seem to have done anything to him. That's supposed to get him to follow me. Oh, for God's sake. Nothing seems to work as it should in this. I'm pretty sure that the radiation suit from Doc's lab was supposed to get... Oh, go away, Biff. Oh, God, I can't move. You just have to wait for Marty to get up when Biff It's so... oh, dear. Oh, yeah, I want... It's... Everything about this game just doesn't work. Going through doors is a royal pain in the arse, and objects don't seem to work very well at all. When it comes to punching Biff, the collision detection's awful. Oh, that one went through the door quite easily then. It just seems to be incredibly hit and miss as to whether or not he actually goes through the door. Now I've got to find George again. Go through the bloody door, you dinkler. Oh, God. Oh, God, it's so slow. Go through the bloody door. Oh, I mean, you wouldn't mind so much, but when you got Lorraine on your tail, you really can't have problems with... You really can't have it where going through the door is an absolute chore. So that's Back to the Future for the Amstrad CPC. Absolute dog shit. I mean, the Spectrum version was bad as well, as I said earlier, but this version's even worse. Graphics. Incredibly blocky, stupid colours. I mean, why does Marty have red hair and red trousers and a red jumper? At what point in the film did he wear that? I mean, look, it's more like he's wearing one of the suits from one of the bikers in Bruce Lee's Game of Death. Oh dear. And Biff's Biff looks even more like that actually. Oh dear. The animation of the walk cycles is pretty crap as well. Scrolling and general movement is very jerky, as you can see from this attract mode here. Sound, well, there isn't any apart from the music on the menu screen. I mean, even in the Spectrum version, you had sound effects, mainly of Marty's footsteps as he walked, but you don't even get that in this. I mean, couldn't they have had I mean, it may have been too annoying eventually, but couldn't they have had the music that you hear on the menu screen playing while you're actually playing to give it a... I mean, if it would have been better than what we've got, which is absolutely no sound at all. I mean, they're good renditions of The Power of Love and Johnny Be Good. They're recognisable, but it's just a shame that there's no sound during actual gameplay. Talking of gameplay, this is where I really start to bash this game. As I've pointed out multiple times, it's very slow and jerky. The controls are fairly heavily delayed. It can take about a half second to a second for even just to turn around and walk in the opposite direction. The objects, when you try and use them, even if you know how to use them, don't seem to work very well, if at all. Walking through doors is an absolute nightmare at the best of times. It seems to be very hit and miss as to whether you go through a door easily or whether you're really struggling just because you're slightly off centre or something ridiculous like that. But it should never have to be that pinpoint just to go through a door, especially when you've got Lorraine harassing and haranguing you and quickly draining your Marty photo in the bottom left corner, and eventually a piece of your family photo in the bottom right corner. I mean, I was struggling with it on the middle difficulty setting. I mean, if you had it set to the most difficult setting where you had one piece of the family photograph, you'd probably be lucky if you even lasted 2 minutes. And the game is still a snooze fest. It's just it's faithful to the film in its own way, but it's just dull to play, especially with no sound and with this reduced speed. So I'm going to give the Amstrad CPC version of Back to the Future 1 out of 10. It really is atrocious. And I just feel absolutely nothing for this version but contempt. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that review. Catch you on another video soon. Texie88 out.